Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
And just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took a midnight train going anywhere.
Dun, dun. And then it goes. A singer in a
The small
smoky
tiny room,
room. The
the
smell
smell
of
of
wine
wine
and
of
cheap
cheap perfume.
perfume tells a
Little
tale
tale,
of
all the
golden
night
night
it
goes
goes
on
on
and
and
on
on
and
and on.
on and on.
Something,
They
something,
waiting up
something,
and down a
something,
boulevard, ocean
something.
flows,
Dancing
watching in the
in the
night.
night. So don't stop believing.
Oh, we're still singing. Hold on to that feeling, yeah.
Don't stop believing.
I think that's the end of the song.
That is
I
the
think that was
song.
the end of the song.
There is the end of the song. And you know what's really crazy too? Like that small town girl, I think the issue was is that she was trying to get some Dino Reno.
Some puka.
Yeah. And the city boy was more than ready to produce. And that is the thing.
That's why they both took two trains to meet each other. Well, are they taking two trains to meet each other? Or are they talking about, hey, there's just this guy over here, and there's just this girl over here, and then they both go down, and they go down to the city, and they go down to this area so that they can make a life for themselves. And there's all these people, and there's all these streets, and they don't know where the they're going, and
And they just don't
they're
stop
rock
believing.
stars, man, and they don't never bump into each other. What if it's that? What if it's not a Harry met Sally? What if it's like a Sally met George?
Sally met George.
Hey, it's possible. It's
Or
possible.
what if it's a Sally met George and Ryan?
And Ryan, and
And
had
and
an
they,
Eiffel Tower.
yeah, they flipped
Right,
her, and it wasn't it wasn't a choo
right.
choo,
It
but it
was a
was
Paris
more
ride,
like
a flight to Paris.
there we go.
Yeah,
There we go. There we
yeah.
go. So they were all connected. You know what the craziest thing in life is?
What?
It's when you realize that the person that you thought you were, you're probably not.
Is that what it is?
Well, because like there becomes a time in every person's life where they're either a great person or they're a scumbag,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Right? And like, yeah, you may think in your head that you're the superhero of the story.
Right,
I'm pretty sure Homelander thinks he's the superhero,
but he's probably not.
but he probably should wake up every morning and say, "Damn, you're a scumbag."
Uh, Homelander specifically, yes.
Homelander, right? And so when Shorty said to me,
Mm.
"Hey, I think you're a narcissist," right?
Whoa.
I just ignored it,
Whoa.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I laughed it off. I was like, ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw a recording of me saying, gaslighting is such an important part.
Key.
It's key to a healthy relationship.
Key to a healthy relationship.
And I was like, damn, maybe she's right.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I say all that to say this. If you are who you are in this world, you're always the good guy, no matter who you are.
Stick to your own truth.
Amen. Right?
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, right? You watch a movie like Terrifier 1, 2, or 3,
Yeah, great movies.
and you say to yourself, maybe Art the Clown really is the good guy.
Right. He is
And
actually, yeah.
we're all the bad guys for trying to make him conform to this way of life that we live as humans.
It's also like the movie Saw. I don't know if you remember Saw,
I don't
but
remember Saw.
Saw I've never seen the guy behind the toy, but he collects people that have done very bad things
Hmm.
and then tells them that they have to make a choice.
choose to stay, right or left,
Right. Foot or hand.
right? And so what I think is, I'm here to cause as much chaos as humanly possible
Yeah, 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 yeah.
before I expire. And so that's what I'm going to do. So, with that being said, introducing to you today the tag team that gets more ass than the bottom half of the tanning beds at your local Planet Fitness.
Support Planet Fitness, guys.
The tag team champions of the world.
Whoa.
The man with a plan who can get any woman out of her pants and have them begging to leave it in. Blake Still. And his colleague, his comrade,
his predecessor,
conspirator, Kid. They marvel at the size.
Oof.
When I'm in between their thighs. ISO! A dose of reality!
Boom. And then the fire goes, and then the fireworks. And then what happens? What is that thing that they shoot out? And it like sparkles down, bro. And it looks
Sparkles
like it
down.
burns you when it comes down, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
What is that?
No clue.
I only seen it one time in Pitch Perfect 3, I believe.
But it's awesome.
But it's
And that's what we're having
right.
now.
We got the bears on the unicycles from Russia, and
Sexxy Red is twerking.
she's twerking. Yeah,
Everybody's here. The gang's all here.
all here.
Um,
Boogie Boogie, Purple Spider.
we have not recorded an episode, dropped an episode for a long time. I had a couple people ask me, "Did you guys stop,
Yeah,
or
we
is
stopped
it
doing a
over?
podcast. No,
Is
it's
it
not
done?"
over. No, it's not over.
Of course not.
No,
And if you thought that,
no.
then unfortunately, you're not the smartest person around. Now, I'm not saying you can't work to be the smartest, or as of right now, on the smart scale,
Yeah,
you're closer to the bottom.
right. So where we're at is that we took a brief hiatus,
Right.
and that a hiatus entailed just doing some internal work.
Internal.
And with that being said, then we are back, and we have your mouth watering for more because obviously
Absolutely.
you're still asking where we were. We have never left.
We have never left. We had to, you know, give a couple people a haircut,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
always for the
Mm-hmm.
better.
Yeah.
And
No more picking up people with garbage bags by the gas station
no more congregating with people who hang out with
around
larger groups of
metal
homeless
barrels of
people
homeless people.
that have the metal barrels and they all
Yeah.
hug each other.
Mm.
Um,
No
and
more
also, I gotta
pillows in your
say,
back pocket.
to you know who, you for giving me a shot. I've only been nice to you. But it doesn't matter. What I have to say is,
Mm.
since we've been gone,
Yeah, since you've
right?
been gone.
Not Kamala tried, failed.
Failed.
Trump
Miserably.
tried and
Succeeded.
succeeded.
Amazingly.
Joe Biden, he pardoned his son.
Right, but he's a
Drake,
coke addict.
well, of course. Drake, he sued his label.
Right.
Kendrick dropped another album.
Juice World dropped his last album, supposedly.
Juice WRLD dropped another album, and Sexxy Red's baby daddy apparently told the world that she's burning, and she's been burning everybody else. It has been insane.
And she's been burning everybody else?
That's what he said.
Burning in what way, though? In like a really bad burn?
As far as STD, you get burned.
Right, but burn is like a chlamydia kind of thing, wouldn't you think?
I would think so.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though, is that you would wonder if she's got a higher level of like Magic Johnson symptoms, if she's got something bigger going on, because if she didn't, then why would it be she's burning everybody?
She
She's a
always complains about her coochie stink.
oh, so now we around. She ain't burning nobody.
That's what she says, bro. That's what she says. She was in the hospital one time and she said, I'm asking the doctor why my coochie stink.
Yeah, but if she asked the doctor why her coochie stank and they ran the test, then they're gonna figure out that she's got disease.
Right.
Right.
And her baby daddy said that she's out here burning folks and don't get no.
Yeah, but that's probably just a rich homie Quan situation.
Probably. Whoa, yo, I'm not agreeing with that. Hold on, I am not agreeing with
It
that.
was it. It was it.
Um. Also, I think what's the most important thing that we have to get to
Yes.
is something that happened in the prison system that I've been dying to talk to you.
Okay.
So apparently, a couple, true love was found inside the prison walls.
Okay.
So a couple that never had seen each other,
Hmm.
but only talked through the fence,
Yeah. The
are
fence.
the vents,
The vents.
the vents,
Holy.
are now going to father and mother a child together.
Adopted?
No.
Because they can't do that ever
Oh
again in
no
their
no
life.
no 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 no. Apparently,
Yeah.
the sir, put some baby batter into something.
This is how she got pregnant.
Yes. Through the vents it went, through the right channels,
On a
turkey
string?
baster, turkey baster, and voila,
No, they had to have somewhere else.
big dog.
Mm-mm.
They never seen each other face to
Because that's
face.
impossible.
I was
Because as soon as, and don't ask me why I know this, but as soon as sperm hits oxygen, it's got seconds before it dies. No,
apparently
seconds. Like seconds. Like when blood hits the, like we have blue blood.
right, right, right,
You know what I
right,
mean? We're all Crip here.
and then,
And then when it comes out, we all blood. You know
hey
what I mean?
yo, I'm telling you what the shade room told me.
Okay.
The shade room told me
But this is what happened.
that without ever meeting each other, without ever having sexual
Yeah, there was no
intercourse,
fornication.
they were able to have a child
That's
together.
like the worst part too. Like you don't even enjoy the good part before you have to deal with the bad
The
part.
shit part.
The no, I mean is a word, yeah, but I mean
The-
more so like the like okay, like I have to go through, how many years of my life of unenjoyment,
mm,
and I don't even get to enjoy the part beforehand. And then he didn't even know what Shorty looked like. He had to have painted an image of what Shorty looked like. So as he's just volunteering his soldiers,
right,
he's just sending them to their death maybe. I mean,
right.
Shorty could be like completely popped. She could be in there for like a broken glass shard in her, like we don't know.
Being in jail for a broken class, that sounds like you should be in the hospital, not
I
jail.
saw it in the Terrifier. And I
Okay,
believe it
there we
actually
go.
happened. I'm
There
one of
we
those
go.
people. It's in a movie, it's real life.
There we go. What I will say is, I mean, geez, love will find a way.
It's almost as wild as all this new footage that's coming out with UFOs.
Hmm.
But like all these like UFO footage, like not only in the sky, there's been like a couple reports within the last couple days, but more so like popping out of the water and then going back in the water and
Right.
it,
You know what I think is most important? I think that if there are aliens, the
yeah,
first thing that we need to find out is if they can have sexual intercourse with us.
right, like Avatar.
Yeah. Like, is there a way that we can have sexual intercourse, and what would the children look like?
Right, and
I'm
then
not
it
saying
is
that's
their vagina in the same spot as a human's vagina?
exactly,
Is it in a different spot? Are you
or is it like a seahorse situation where the lady's
so you would have to
penetrating
fuck
the
a
man?
man? But what if it's like the vagina is like in their face or like in a different part of their like it looked like it's like just somewhere
I
else,
mean,
like
I
in
swear to God, if it's in their face, I'm not gonna hold you.
yeah.
It'll be just, you know what? Never mind.
It's like South Park. Ah, you suck my jag off.
Yeah,
No, you suck my jag off.
it's like when the women treat me like I'm Jesus.
Yeah.
You know.
Jesus walks.
Ah,
No, no, seriously, sincerely.
yeah.
I'm curious though. I'm curious because a lot of that footage has to be faked. A lot of it has to be
I'm
faked.
pretty
But what
sure.
is actually being leaked and what is actually true?
If
Because
you want me to be honest, if we had
we
real,
haven't even gotten a chance to talk about the fact that the United States has now openly talked about how UFOs are real. We haven't even got a chance to talk about that.
Um, it's tough, right? Because you think about it and it's like, well, that sounds absurd.
Yeah.
But why would they tell us the truth?
Right. Unless like, but again, it makes sense though. All that makes sense. Like even when somebody was trying to ask me about it the other day, I reflected on it and I was just like, there's no way that we don't have whatever. And then are they really UFOs if they live here?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like we there's no way that like we catch all this so and so like people morphing on camera or if that's real or what's not real. You know what I'm saying? But like some things just can't be faked when you see it. You know what I mean? And even if it can in a really good level and they're not profiting from it, why? You know? And it's like at that point, why wouldn't you think that they've always been here? Had to have been always here.
but see, then you get into the real deep.
Right.
And
You look at like the fact that the pyramid blocks are the size of this room
and how
and
the
people had to
hell did
pull them up.
they made it with the with manual labor?
You think they're going to strap ropes to elephants and have elephants?
Be honest with you, it makes sense that aliens came early and built the pyramids, and then people just claimed it because it was there.
Yeah, or they were in the help of the process of it,
Of
at least.
course, of
Because I mean,
course.
they, we find giants all the time,
And think about
or
this.
giant
What
bones.
about why wouldn't people think that these aliens that help them that are probably bigger than them,
Right,
right, are not gods?
right.
And so then all these abstract figures that people think of as gods
Mm,
may just be aliens that
UFOs.
came off the UFO was like, hey, you guys suck at what you're doing. Let me
Off
help you
rip,
a little bit.
off rip.
It's kind of just, well, it would be like what the Americans did to the Native Americans if they didn't pillage them.
Mm,
But, it would be similar to that. We have power, we can help you, but we actually help you instead of taking advantage of you.
yeah.
You know, Christopher Columbus.
I always thought that Mike Tyson was a UFO.
Speaking of Mike Tyson, your boy knocked him out. Or he didn't knock him out. He
No, there
won.
was no knocking Mike Tyson out. But I mean, for what it was, even if he was playing it off like he was running slower because of whatever clauses or whatever, 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 he did really show his age in this last fight.
I mean, he's an
But
old
I'll be
man.
honest with you, I have not seen, and I know that Mike Tyson's been fighting, and I have not seen him fight any of these old people at all because of the fact that, and I don't even think it actually makes it to the screen that like this is happening.
Can I be honest with you?
Nobody wants to see two old people fight.
When that ass was on the screen,
I lost interest.
I knew he was gonna lose.
Why did he do that? I have a question. Why did he kiss his son? Why did he? Okay, so he got interviewed by his son. Beautiful moment, right? I mean, to
Touching.
get interviewed by your son on
Right.
possibly your last fight, if
Right.
it's not another exhibition fight, if you can handle it. But then you decide to bust your ass out on camera right after you kiss your son on the mouth. What kind of
Mm,
R. Kelly shit is that, bro? What
uh,
kind of like rubs the lotion on the skin, turns the cup to drink from the lipstick stain kind of shit is that, bro?
he did it, man.
What kind of is that though? That's ridiculous.
Ass out. I don't know what to tell you, big dog.
And he sounds softer now. I'm not gonna lie to you. He
He's.
sounds really soft. He sounds like every time he does something, he's got to take a lot of mushrooms before he does it.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. When you're taking coke,
Yeah.
you're on edge and you
He's
want to
on
fight
coke, huh?
motherfuckers. No,
Oh.
that's how it used to be.
I think it was
On
roids though.
edge.
He wasn't on roids?
No, he was on coke.
Coke.
But then when he started doing
Cocaine.
the weed and the
Yeah.
shrooms and shit, now he's all happy and he loves
Mellow.
everybody.
Yeah.
He's so mellow, It's like it's hard to pick a fight with somebody off the shrooms. They don't want to fight you.
You know, Netflix is getting sued for how awful the reception was on that fight. I don't know if you
As they
tried to
should.
watch it,
I did.
but you had to go like 15 minutes back in order for you to actually
It was
watch the shit.
awful. It was terrible.
And I didn't even watch the fight. I watched the fight after I watched the fight the next day. I didn't even know that he won that day.
I watched the fight during, and it was stupid.
The fight was dumb.
Yeah, it was dumb. It was so like with the connection and everything. I think I turned it off when I saw that he wasn't gonna win, and
Mm,
there was no way for him to get back.
yeah.
So about halfway through the fight, it was over with, and I was like, okay, cool. But at the end of the day, Jake Paul did Mike Tyson a favor.
Yeah, won him a bunch of money.
Hey, here's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I get to
Jake Paul,
embarrass
come
you.
fight me.
Can I embarrass?
Come
And
knock me out,
if you think about it, everybody he's fought, that's what he's done. And like,
which is
you
awesome.
have to commend that a little bit. Like, you definitely have to commend that. It's like, yo, people who may not have had the best payouts of their career,
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you get 20 million in your pocket.
Hey, his whole standpoint from the go, bro, was the fact, like, all like jokes and shit aside, was that fact that he was trying to raise fighter pay. That's literally what his thing has been since the jump. He says, "Hey, I don't feel like you're getting paid fair enough. Come fight me, and I'll fly you out here, and I'll give you $1 million, and we'll do this thing." And it's like,
You
how can
can't
you say
really, as a
no to
fighter, you
something
can't
like
say
that?
no
No,
to
and
that
even
shit.
as like a TikToker, a pedestrian, bro. If Jake Paul called me out and told me he was going to give me $1 million, bro, obviously I'd ask for half before I even got in the ring. But it's like, well, yeah, dude. I mean, after the whole
Would you
situation with
train?
Floyd and Logan,
Would you train for real, or you would just let that nigga knock you out?
no, I train.
You train?
I train. I want to look good if I'm getting knocked out. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I mean, wouldn't you want to look good if you were getting knocked out?
I don't get no.
I give
I don't get no fuck.
I give a fuck.
But like, I'm gonna
Because then
keep.
after you get knocked out and it's like, oh yeah, you got all this money from getting knocked out, I'm gonna look great. And I'm gonna do something with looking great like that.
What are you gonna do with it? With looking great like?
What I do now. Everything.
Mm, you can't say the things that you do.
No. Bro, before we get too off tangent, I want to tell you about what my homie told me the other day, bro. I'd asked him, I said, hey man, I know you went through military training and things of that nature. And I asked him, I said, how hard is this?
Right.
This has got to be rough, dude.
It's
I mean,
excruciating.
I would think that it's probably like one of the hardest things that you do in your
Right.
life. And he told me it was. He
Hmm.
said it was probably like the most excruciating and not only just like hard as in a physical sense, but like just boring as. And they were doing all this extra. And he had told me this one time that they had to stay outside. They were given certain materials and they had to stay outside for a week by themselves while the sergeants or the people that were running the show went and they looked for him.
Oh wow, that's very
And it was
irresponsible.
yeah, and it was like it was like a real combat situation too. So they got shot with
Mm-mm.
with paintballs. So I'm like, yeah, of course. Like that's wild, dude. And then he goes and proceeds to tell me that during the time that he had set up camp, he had looked over and there was a bear right next to him.
That's creepy.
So he proceeded to strangle the bear and beat the bear up and then stab the bear in the face after he tried climbing up the tree
Is this nigga John Bunyan or something?
and
What the
then
hell?
slipped and stabbed the bear, killed the bear, realized that, wow, I have this hammock kicking it right over here that I just made, but I'd rather sleep on the bear. So I'm going to sleep on the bear. I didn't ask him too many more questions after that. I'm reevaluating our
I'm
friendship.
not even gonna lie to you. Once somebody tells me something like that, then I just, I can't really listen to much more that you have to say at that point.
Why?
Because one,
But he just told me about
okay,
how
so
he just slaughtered
here's
this
why.
bear.
Here's why. Here's number one why. Because you probably die trying to kill a bear with a gun.
Really?
Yeah. So imagine being that close to a bear where gonna knife it in the face.
Yeah, about 1,000 pounds, maybe 900, give or take.
One hit. Understand that you miscalculate by the lip. Actually, you don't even have to miscalculate. That will land on you.
One time.
That's over with.
Yeah.
You can just say that that's the end.
They kill for sport.
So the fact that you're going to then you tell me that you wrestled the bear, you beat it up, and then stab it in the face.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's just not working for me.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
It doesn't add up. Somehow, some way, it's the pieces are not connected.
I mean, he is a legend if that happened.
Mm.
Absolute
Does
legend.
he see the vision?
Uh, Oh, he sees the
He sees the
vision. He
vision.
sees the vision.
He sees the vision, bro.
The
Yo,
vision.
he
He
has the
sees
vision,
the
bro.
vision.
He has the
Oh,
vision.
so he's a psychic.
That's
You know, reminds me of Monty Burns. Excellent,
excellent.
excellent, excellent.
So the vision, bro.
The vision. Did you take a peek at Kendrick's new album?
I did. I
How
listened to
how
it.
was that? Because I only listened to a couple songs off Juice WRLD's album, so I can help you there.
Okay. Um, I have came, and this is gonna sound. I know I'm the Drake guy. Oh, you just don't like Kendrick, but I actually enjoy Kendrick. But I really like it. I mean, there was two or three songs that I may listen to again, but
Yeah,
I. So you remember how Eminem and Relapse just was just doing too many voices, and it just kind of got a little too much.
that's how I felt with Juice WRLD's new album, but go ahead.
That was me with Kendrick. It's just too many new little voices, and I didn't really enjoy it. I had to force myself to listen to the whole thing. Um, there was no cohesive story. There was no nothing. It was just a lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, and a lot of different cool little voices, I guess.
Did it
So
sound
I
like he was having a conversation at least for this Kendrick album, the Kendrick new album? Did it sound like he was having a conversation, or
absolutely
was
not.
it like I'm fighting with my again?
No, it wasn't any of that. It was just more like music that I didn't give a about. Music that didn't mean anything to me. He was just saying words that rhymed, and it sounded okay sometimes, but it wasn't anything that I learned anything from, or it wasn't some great story that was put together really well like Good Kid, Mad City. It was just a bunch of songs that I'm pretty sure he did in a couple of days in the studio.
Wow. Honestly, bro, like the last song or last song, the last okay, song, the last album that Kendrick actually came out with that was decent was To Pimp a Butterfly.
Hmm.
That's like it. And after that, that style of music has kind of turned into a whole different thing. And it's like you can't sit there and keep recreating the same style of music, Kendrick. And I get it. It's like you're up there. You have moves that you can make. You don't have to just necessarily do one thing. You can kind of do whatever you want because you have room to play. But it's like, bro, there comes a time when you're putting art, like music out for yourself and you're actually putting music out for the people that are paying for your
Yeah,
music. And it's
and
like you
it's
need to understand that you're not doing that anymore.
and the crazy thing is that like I'm just listening to a whole bunch of that doesn't mean anything. And Kendra's music used to have a lot more meaning. So I mean, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give it like a 7, 6.5, a 7. It really wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it that much. Juice WRLD's album, it was okay. The issue I always have, and I've been having with Juice WRLD albums, is that whoever his engineer is just keeps allowing people to just throw verses onto his shit.
Well, I'm mad that he had so many features.
That's what I was
And
exactly what
it's
I'm talking
and
about.
it comes down to the fact that like first of all, like when the are you gonna stop when are you gonna stop actually putting his music out? Like all this music keeps getting released, but like this is like they keep profiting off this music. Somebody's profiting off this music.
No, it's actually starting to get a little disgusting because at this point nobody wants to really hear this over
Well,
remix.
no, there is people that want to hear it.
And
And
no,
there's a lot of people that love this
but no,
music
I'm
and
not
love
saying
the
that
album.
Juice. I'm not even saying with Juice World. I'm saying like I think if the real Juice World fans want to hear what Juice World would have wanted them to hear, and
Yeah,
that would be closer to the raw files. And I think all these engineers and the people who are working on his music just want to have as many popular features as they can.
yeah.
And I
To get
think
the
that's,
song as
yeah,
popular as
exactly. I
possible.
think that's kind of, I think you should just be dropping his music how he intended it to be dropped.
I literally just said this in a different frame, is that like if you don't realize when you start seeing like people's music or television shows or movies that are having more relevant people in it, it's literally trying to get more ratings for whatever they're doing. Because
Absolutely.
I never even knew that the dude from Twilight, uh, what's his name? Not Jacob. What's the other one's name?
Edward
Edward. I keep wanting to call him
Patton,
Edgar.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson was in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
And
you
you
know
never would think about that, but that was around the same time that he was doing Twilight.
Robert Patterson was in the Batman. He was the new Batman too.
He was Batman, right?
Yeah, he was the new Batman. Yeah, which seems weird.
So weird.
Well,
We're at the time of the hour. You want to close out?
you can close out.
Guys, if you didn't know by now, we are here and we're not going anywhere. This has been a dose of reality. We got Kid Isol, Blake Steele. Thank you for liking. Thank you for loving. Thank you for watching. For the people that can see us at home, thank you for watching my fingers be put up in the camera. Guys, thank you for supporting us. Trying to get to 100,000 by the end of the year. We really need your help. And thank you for doing everything you do. Thank you for being you. Love you. Sorry we didn't have a Thanksgiving episode. Sorry we didn't have a Halloween episode. But when it comes down to it,
We'll have a Christmas episode.
and you guys are going to watch whatever the fuck we give you. We
Yeah.
love you.
So enough.
Good night.
Deuces.
Took you from the hood and I could never give you back. With your sexy ass speaking Spanish when you mad. But I just wanna let you know that someone loves you back. We might have our back and forth, but I love.
Oh, gotcha.
So baby girl, just strip for me and make this night a blast. We've been booming in the sky. Put some Marvin Gaye on, set the mood right.